Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. And today's video, I want to share with you guys the best controller settings here to use in this season as of currently. I want to show you guys the current controller settings that I have and that I would recommend, and also why I changed the settings that I did, because there were a couple of changes that I made that have made a huge difference on my accuracy, and I've been able to get a ton of wins and play very consistent with the sensitivity and settings that I have. So if you guys want to know what those settings are, definitely stay to the end of the video, because these settings are extremely good and you guys definitely don't want to miss out. So definitely stay to the end. And real quick, before I get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload and when I announce the winners every Friday. And lastly, make sure you guys put down your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account down in the comment section below, and you guys will be automatically entered into the giveaway. And lastly, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do, go down to the bottom right, hit on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to share with you guys the best settings to use here in this season. I'm also going to show you guys all the settings that I currently have and that I'd recommend for you guys to try out as well. So here, going into my settings, like I said, I want to show you guys just everything that I have so you can see in my video settings, game settings, and also my sensitivities, which are going to be the most important settings, because I did make a couple changes there that have made a big difference on my accuracy and my consistency. So I don't have any colorblind setting on, or pretty much I have everything on low as far as the video settings. Nothing too interesting here. I have everything pretty much on low. As far as the game settings, you want to make sure you have the auto open door features. It helps out a ton when you mess up an edit. So instead of just bumping into the wall when you mess up that edit, it'll make a door and you'll be able to keep your momentum all the way through. And then the auto consumables to the right, it's just nice to have if you play on controller, being able to open up a chest and you know where your minis, and then you know where your AR or shotgun, whatever you get from a chest, will automatically go. And then confirm edit on release, I have that setting on. Some of you guys do ask about that. I do recommend having it on. It just clears up an extra bind, and it can be kind of annoying constantly having to confirm every single edit. So I have that setting on. I find it to be very helpful. And then the last setting you want to make sure you have off is going to be the record replays, just because it kind of messes your FPS. But really good thing is after this recent update, as of just a couple of days ago, the FPS feels really nice. I feel like I've had some of the highest frames that I've ever had playing the game. I feel really smooth. Everything feels really good and really consistent. And that's also another reason why being able to hit a lot more shots. It's just my FPS feels really good after these recent updates. So hopefully, Epic keeps adding good updates to the game where it doesn't mess up the FPS, because there has been some like certain parts of the map that have been really bad for FPS, and literally I play on like 1/3 of the FPS on like certain parts of the map, and the other parts is really good, so it's really inconsistent. But as far as my controller options and sensitivity settings, I play on a 2.2 on both my building and editing, and I play on a 44% for my horizontal and vertical speed. So the change that I made is I lowered my sensitivity as far as building and editing, and also my X and Y. But the reason why I lowered my building and editing sensitivity, I used to be on a 2.4, but the reason I lowered it a little bit is because it helps me out a lot when it comes to aiming and being able to hit my shots way more consistently after edits, which I'll show you guys in a second why that is. And then a 44% I think is a great sensitivity for not being too slow to the point where you're not able to turn around, but I think it's at that right speed where it's slow enough to be able to line up your shot consistently, but not too low to the point where you're not able to turn around. So the reason why I lowered my editing sensitivity and building specifically is because I was finding myself overcorrecting a lot. I feel like I was, hitting the edit, and then I was like all the way out to the right, all the way out to the left, and it just kind of messed up my aim a little bit more than I wanted to. And like I said, I was on a 2.4. So one thing that I kind of, really thought of, and something that might help you guys out as well, is if you feel like your aim is really bad, you almost will never have worse aim by playing on a lower sensitivity. So if your aim ever feels like really bad, you feel like you're overcorrecting, you're just over flicking, and it's just hard to control your sensitivity, lowering your sensitivity is almost always going to help you improve your aim, because when you slow down your sensitivity, it makes it easier to, line up the shot in a way, because if you're on a lower sensitivity, you have more time to react to your crosshair on the other player, which is going to make you a lot more accurate. So I highly recommend for you guys, if you are missing a lot of shots, to maybe just turn down your sensitivity just a little bit, and I guarantee you, you're not going to see worse aim on lower sensitivity versus a higher sense, because raising your sensitivity is a little bit more difficult in my opinion, because when you go to raise your sensitivity, it makes it for the possibility of like overcorrecting and just over flicking a lot of your shots. But if you are able to control a higher sensitivity very well, it can be useful to have as a sensitivity. But I like 44%, and I found it to be very helpful and extremely consistent with hitting my shots. And as far as my ADS, I have a 14% with no look dampening time on. And the reason I'm on 14%, I used to be on a lot lower previously, like past couple seasons. But the reason why I play on a little bit higher now is because long range with the assault rifle on controller is basically dead. You only want to focus on mid and close range gunfights. Anything that might help you at range is really not even worth it, because there's almost no aim assist from long distance anyways. If you play on keyboard and mouse, that's a little bit different because there's no aim assist anyways. But as far as aim assist long range, just basically just no aim assist at all. So when you're choosing the right sensitivity for aiming down your sights, you just want to focus on mid-range and close range. And I feel like 14% is a good mid-range sensitivity where I'm able to line up my shots very quickly and accurately. But at the same time, when it comes to close range, still being able to if I want to aim down my sights with my shotgun around a corner, I'm able to, and it doesn't feel too slow. I maybe want to raise it, or you can either raise it or lower it like 1 or 2 points, and I think it'll be a good sensitivity as well. But I find 14% to be that good middle ground between mid-range and also close range if I do want to ADS my shotgun around a corner, maybe to line up and get a better shot on someone's head. So that's why I have a 14%. As far as my dead zones, I find 11% and a 10%. Obviously, this has a lot to do with your controller and just depends on what you play on. Because if you play on an older controller, you might have a little bit more stick drift, so you want to play on a higher dead zone. And if your controller is newer, you're probably going to have less stick drift, so you can play on a lower dead zone and be just fine. So that's just as far as I have for my dead zones. I have 11% and 10% because I don't really have that much stick drift with these dead zones, and everything feels it feels really responsive. You want to play on as low dead zones as you can, because the lower your dead zones, the more responsive everything will feel. So ultimately you want to play on as low dead zones as you can, but you don't want to have too much stick drift. So if you have an older controller, you're probably going to have to play on a little bit higher of a dead zone. And then you want to have the foot controller setting up, because it adds like extra input delay to your controller, and you really don't want that at all. And as far as my binds, because a lot of you guys ask me on my streams what my binds are, and I play with 4 paddles. So if you guys don't have 4 paddles, obviously your binds are going to be a lot different than mine. But I have a ton of videos if you guys play non-paddle, non-claw, or if you guys play claw and you are looking for some really good or new binds to try out. Literally just go to the search bar, type in young humor, or just like young, best claw binds, best non-claw binds, and I guarantee you're going to find like 2 or 3 videos of different binds to try out, and I guarantee you're going to find at least one bind video that's going to have binds that are going to be suited for you, because I have a couple, because a lot of people have their different preferences, so I pretty much covered almost everything that you can have as far as non-claw, claw, and with paddles. So if you guys are looking for different binds, you can find those very easily up in the search bar. And as far as mine, what I have my upper left paddle as pickaxe, my upper right one as my edit button, my bottom left is my jump button, and then my bottom right is how I place my traps. So those are just what I have for my paddles. Obviously, if you guys don't have 4 paddles, your binds are going to look a lot different than mine. You might even have left stick as far as your edit. But if you guys do have 4 paddles, I do recommend the binds that I have. I think they are the best for 4 paddles. But like I said, just go up in the search bar, type in, non-claw best binds young humor, or just best claw binds young humor, and I guarantee you're going to find at least one video of some binds that you're going to like. So definitely give that a look if you are searching for some new binds. And then my edit controls, I have LT as confirm, which I found to be the most comfortable confirm button of any of the ones I've tried. And then right stick is going to be my reset. I've had these binds for the longest time. They're really comfortable, and I recommend for you guys to try them out as well. So those are going to be all the settings and sensitivities I have as of currently. I found that playing on a little bit lower of a building and editing sensitivity, along with a 44% X and Y, has made a huge difference on my aim. I've been a lot more consistent. I've been hitting more shots, and 44 sensitivity is high enough to go for flick shots when needed. So I really do like my sensitivity. I think it's the very best, and I would recommend for you guys to try it out as well. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys could, make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload. And as well, I do live stream every single day on this channel at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new live stream. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.